What's up, everyone? How you doing? Welcome. Just setting everything up here. Perfect. Welcome to the stream. Happy to be here. Let me know if you can hear me well. You know, the same thing I ask every week. But this is my favorite time of the week. I'm here to cook. I'm here to try a new recipe. I'm coming up with it on the fly. And we're just going to hang out for a while. We're going to cook. It's going to take a little bit of time. And you tell me what you think of the recipe, if you think I should change anything, and how it's going. So when I do these recipes, a lot of times I'm like coming up with it as we go, as I say. But today also, I bought a lot of stuff for different recipes that kind of like didn't work out the way I wanted to, maybe. Or hey Vicky, how you doing? Didn't really work out the way that I wanted to at first. So like I have all these ingredients here, and I'm actually not going to be around this weekend. So I thought what I would do for the stream today is kind of like a clean out the fridge pasta. You know, it's honestly like my favorite way to make pasta is just like whatever I have, kind of like come up with unique ways to put it together. So that's what we're doing. As you can see here, let's see. As you can see here, we're grilling today. So I have these plums, and I'm not sure like if there was like extra plums or what, but like every time I went to Whole Foods, the plums were like front and center. So maybe they're like in season or something, but I thought it'd be fun to get them and put them in a pasta. Actually, like Top Chef a few weeks ago was all about using fruit as like the main part of a recipe. So also that kind of inspired me as well. Which songs are you talking about, Rich? There's a few on the playlist that are a little country inspired. If you're talking about Adeline, I like that song. I'm open to all kinds of music. I listen to anything, and I like to give it a minute to see if I enjoy it before writing it off as one thing or another. I don't like labels, as you well know. So I'm trying to think of how like I want these plums to be in the dish. Like I definitely want you to know that they've been grilled, right? Because I think that's important. So I'm going to cut them into some. Hey Chad, thank you. Love that you're following my page. And thank you for being here. And thank you for saying hello. So I'm going to I think I'm going to do I was debating doing planks or wedges. Obviously like wedges are a little more, I guess makes more sense. But when you're eating the pasta, I don't want the plums to just be like huge, right? So we'll see. We're gonna just see as we go along here. As usual, right? Just taking off the like stems and all that stuff. So I think I'm gonna do like eighth wedges, right? I think that should be good. Rich, you're out there alone in Twitch land? No one's on Facebook really. No one's on YouTube really. It's mostly just Facebook. I would love if people would be on YouTube, but trying to diversify myself from Facebook. Right, Rich? That song's great. All right, so when you're grilling any fruit, right, there's a lot of sugar content in fruit, so it will burn easily. So you have to make sure that you are putting like plenty of oil so it doesn't stick, and also don't leave it on too long because it will burn. So I guess I'm gonna put some oil in on a little flat plate like this and just kind of dip them in and put them on the grill. You also do want to use some salt, plenty of salt, to overpower the sweetness, right? I'm just salting them all. And then I'm going to add some oil to here. There we go. No, I'm not making the pasta today. So like I was saying, Rich, before you got here, I am kind of doing like a clean out the fridge sort of thing, and I'm using a lot of stuff that I bought for other recipes and putting them into one new recipe. So I have this like really cool pasta shape here that I had bought for something else I was going to do. So that's what we're going to use today. I guess I should use a tong for this instead of getting my hands all oily. Okay, oily hands it is. Favorite time of the stream, when the sizzle starts. So I need to heed my own advice here and start flipping these, honestly, because they might be getting too caramelized already. No, pretty good still. You never know with using this thing. It's my usual same burner that I always use in here. Oh, Leah, I was just about to answer that. So it's this is just a grill pan, like a cast iron grill pan, and I have like a hot plate or hot pot, hot plate underneath that I always use as a burner when I'm doing these streams anyways. I've never had a grilled plum either, Gina, so we will find out together how it tastes. Starting to get light caramelization there. Oh, there we go. I guess it depends like where on this thing, because my hot plate only is in the middle. First day for both of us. You know, it's fun to try new things, right? So while these go, I'm just going to cut up a piece of garlic. You may hear or see Frida. She's here today. Usually she's in daycare during stream days, but not today. I just saw her tail on there, I think. Frida. Right in the bottom corner there, this way. Only one, Stephanie, only one what? One yeah, like a one clove. It's a big clove. I mean, I'm not making a ton of pasta here. I mean, I guess a lot of people like a lot of pasta, a lot of garlic. And it's not that I'm like against garlic, but I like it to be like a little more balanced, I guess. But you know what? We'll put two in this because a lot of times I'm more hesitant with raw garlic, but since this is going to be cooked garlic in the oil, we can put a couple in. The pasta that I posted today on my feed is made from like a whole head of garlic, so I guess it's all about the balance of it. How you doing, Nicole? Thank you for the Star Trek salute. Welcome. What I'm doing right now is spinning these around a little bit so that, that's better, right? I'm like spinning these around a little so that there's grill marks, like cross hitch grill marks, right? I have two grill pans and like I use different one depending on how I want the grill marks to look. Is that weird? Can't really see, but look, it looks nice. They look nice. I would say they're almost there. I'm crowding them all in the middle here because that's just where the heat is. Wow, look at that one. All right, just gonna mince up this garlic. Actually, I'm just gonna slice it. Just really thin slices. some thick ones, I guess, if you're not paying attention. I'm going to set these aside, and then I'm going to just, might seem weird, but I'm going to put this into the oven, basically just because I have nowhere else to put this hot grill pan. So the oven sounds like it makes sense to me. Cool. So I have the water boiling here, and I have the pan. And I'm just going to try to time things right, of course, because, you know, I like to put the pasta in to the sauce, I guess, like, you know, right when it's ready. But I guess I can, so I'm just going to put garlic into the oil, let that simmer a little bit, and then put arugula in. So it can hold pretty well at that temperature, so that's fine. So I'm not sure how long this will take. Usually these fancy pastas take a little longer. Fancy pastas. Doesn't even say. Whatever. We'll figure it out. So the garlic's just going to go for a few minutes. And now's the portion of the stream where I wish you all could smell it. But it's usually just garlic that makes things smell good, right? I'm not going to put that in yet just because, like, I don't want it to be ready too soon. And then I wanted some cheese in this, and another thing I had laying around was from the last stream, which I had cotija, because I made tacos last week. So I'm going to put a lot of that in here and kind of form a little bit of like a sauce with it. If I can open it. I seal these things up nice and tight. There we go. I'm just going to crumble it, and that way it'll kind of just like form into a little bit of a sauce almost. Not that it's going to melt, but it's just going to like exist everywhere. And there's the arugula. And the pasta's in, if you're keeping track. Look at the garlic dance. The dance of the garlic berries. It's funny because there's plums in this recipe. Bringing it all back around. All right, I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. The pasta's in, should take another 2 or 3 minutes. I'm gonna add the pasta here, then the cheese. Then I'm gonna plate it and top it with the plum and prosciutto. Boiling over. All right, feeling good about all this. I love these flavors. You know, we've had grilled peaches with prosciutto. Have you? I have a bunch, and arugula. So that's why I was like thinking, okay, it's not peaches, it's plums. But that's why I was thinking like all these things work well together. The cotija, on the other hand, is like a little bit of a wild card. But it's always good to have a wild card, in my opinion, in the recipes. So I just added some salt. I actually don't think I salted that water before, which is, you always want to salt the water. But it's okay that I did that late in the game because the other thing is we're going to use some of the pasta water, so it needs the salt anyways. The pasta's only half cooked, so it's fine. Anyways, the point of all this is to say, don't worry if you're like skipping steps, adding stuff later. It'll all come together in the end. If you've watched this stream, that's kind of like something I say a lot because I mess up a lot. But the point is, it doesn't matter. Using the blade for this one. Frida heard me going in the cabinet and she came down looking for something to eat. Frida, you're on the internet. Always wants a snack, right? That's the problem with moving the camera. People see more things that you didn't want them to see. This will be the #1 Twitch stream in a minute if I keep putting my feet on there. Nicole, she's a mix of. Gina might be here to help me. She's a mix of a lot of things. She's a lot of Chihuahua, like 1/3 Chihuahua. She's got a little bit of like poodle in there, surprisingly. Retriever, terrier, yeah, she's all the things. I mean, she's a rescue, so. It's so funny. This is the only tool in that barrel thing that has a hook at the end. So every time you take it out, it tries to pull everything else out of there. Maybe I shouldn't store it in there. Oh, this looks awesome, and I love how the cotija kind of like softened but didn't like melt, so it has little pieces everywhere. Almost looking like feta a little bit, but you know, different obviously. Frida, it's okay. So she hears our neighbors and she starts crying. This is the Frida show now, sorry. I just live here. I'm gonna wipe this area real quick before I plate it up. Okay. Now I'm going to take these nice grilled plums. And then finally, I'm going to tear a few pieces of prosciutto. and just kind of drape them on. Like prosciutto, you really don't want to like mix it into the pasta too much because it just gets weird. It almost will like undry itself, if that makes sense. So you don't really want that to happen. Because dried meat should be dried. Cool. So that's the dish for the day. Kept it simple, like a nice, I guess, summer or spring pasta. I'm just gonna cut the plum. The plums like stain the pasta red, which is kind of cool, that are around it. What I also love, like you could do this this vegetarian, but the prosciutto adds like the salt needed to balance the fruit, you know. So if you were to do a vegetarian, I would like add something salty to balance it. I mean, you could just add extra salt. Me want prosciutto. Thanks, Gina. There's plenty down here if you want some. Thanks, Stephanie. Yeah, this is very good. And the sort of smokiness from the grill on the plums is pretty nice too. If you did this on like a real grill with charcoal, it'd be even better. Oh. Hey Enzo, welcome. When I first was thinking the grilled plums, I was almost thinking like a skirt steak would also be really good on here. Especially because I always like that steak and arugula combination. Not while he's streaming. He said you're good on camera because you said I'll be right there. But you know, the salty cheese also helps the plums. So I guess you could just like do it vegetarian. I would add more cheese, maybe even on top. I mean, you can always do more cheese, right? So that's it. Welcome. Well, not welcome. Thanks for coming. Free is here, so she can say bye too. Say bye. Thanks for watching, as always.